What does the Call of Duty community mean in general for me? It means it's a fun place, right? There's a lot of shit talking, there's a lot of grief back and forward, but to be honest, this weekend has shown that with all the shit talk that goes on online, when people come face to face and share a passion, that it's great to get everyone together, and when everyone's sharing the same passion, it just creates such a great energy, and it's nice to finally be able to have that in one room. The energy that we felt this weekend is completely different to anything you would feel online, so yeah, it's great. It's great. There's some interesting characters, but as a whole, the community, they come together when they need to, and we've seen that a lot in the last year. My experience setting up this LAN event, a lot easier because I have such an amazing team that volunteer and dedicate their time to helping us out and share that vision. I think everybody realises that we're very select with the people that we bring into the team, and I'm glad we've done that, because the team they work together so well, and that makes everything so much easier. You know, Sloopy's been unreal from start to finish with everything he's done. On the day, the admin team this weekend have been like outstanding. Every single one of them have been absolutely outstanding. So the whole experience of setting it up has been a lot easier because of them. It's been a lot easier because of them. I've put a lot of time into it, of course, but if it wasn't for them, this wouldn't have happened. I get a lot of the attention because it's my thing, but the admins deserve a lot of credit, and they don't get it. And if anything, this weekend has taught me that I need to make sure they get more credit, because they've been unreal. And everything that I see on social media across this weekend has been about, oh, Prezi, it's amazing you've done this, you've done that. But it's not me. We're a team, and it's the team that have done it. I'm just one part of the team.
I see the EU scene in 5 years thriving. There's a lot of potential players in the EU scene just waiting to get their chance within organisations in the COD League. But obviously, where it is a North American-based region, it's kind of hard for them to pick up these players because it causes them to get visas and everything like that sorted. So if you start getting more EU teams involved, so obviously if there is an expansion, certain places maybe such as a Spanish organisation team or something along them lines, it gives the players that are maybe not as fluent in English a better chance to get into the COD League, and then helps the EU scene expand and thrive.
Sports Top Radio, they're not wanting to give them any high ground at the moment, but that's a big pick. That's an opportunity. They can get on the hill. They can get on the hill. There's still one man to stop it, but the lives are running out for Skelp. They've only got 2 lives left. It's 11 and Luty. They have got to go absolutely massive here. They need to try and get these players off the point. It's just 11. Surely this is inevitable, and it is Inside Gaming. Get it done.
Get fucked!
You couldn't ask for a better set of a 3 maps from those guys. They were incredible.
Working in professional football has definitely paved the way for me working in Call of Duty. I transfer virtually every skill I've picked up over time, working at West Brom and at university, and use the softwares, practices that we do and translate them over to COD, and I think that's helped me massively progress as quickly as I have in the last 6-7 months, from nothing in the scene to placing top 12 at Minnesota and being with one of the top amateur teams in the world. My advice to someone who wants to become an analyst in Call of Duty would be to just start wherever you can, even if it's just sporadic work for a team that's of people you know from real life. Just start at the bottom and do what you can to communicate with people who your team play against, and just network your way up. It's not really, it's quite an easy thing to do. Once you're in, you're in.
Call of Duty means to me It's weird because a lot of people who are big influencers, big on social media, big in streaming, I feel like they don't have like a personal connection with their audience and people like that, and sort of competitors don't. Some of them won't have a personal connection, but I'd like to think I've made so many friends through this, and I'd like to think that I've had a positive impact on a lot of people. And for me, Call of Duty scene means everything. It's my livelihood. And for me, like I said, for me to have a positive impact on people and to help them out with whatever issues they're going through, it means the world.
Would I see it in 5 years? Big question. Definitely more events, more tournaments. Hopefully, you know, a lot of changes to the cycle of it. You know, the older guys retiring, young guys getting older, and people coming in, and just again more events and more possibilities.
My name is Mike Lavecchio, also known as Magic. My role in the COD scene is I'm a coach, and I have dabbled in like analyst work on the side. The EU competitive scene, I love it. Like, everyone's really nice. Obviously, a lot of names has sort of been picked up or like retired or moved over to a different game. But there's a few talented like prospects like coming through. I found out that coaching was for me through. I've always had a thing where like, if I do something that helps progress other people, I just enjoy it.
So my name is Jack Heffernan, also known as Heffy. I'm the owner of Katana Gaming. We're an Irish esports org. We focus on events, esports, community, and content creation. We've been about 2 years, starting after the COVID pandemic. And we originally started out as just a place where people can get together during the COVID pandemic, right? Because it was an unprecedented time. People couldn't really go out and socialise, so it was a perfect time for gamers, really. The EU scene, I think, to be quite honest, in regards to the EU amateur scene, I think we have a larger pool of quality players to sort of pick. I mean, you can see Rafi, for example, being picked up for the Pro-Am, and then the NA, and I think it's something which is going to develop over the next 2 years, and hopefully, yeah, Call of Duty as a whole starts focusing on EU, not just NA. So, being a competitive gamer requires a lot of time and dedication, and as I said, I went to a few LAN events, but it was a mix-up between, you know, getting an education or focus on gaming, and for me, I chose getting an education. But throughout that time, I was always focused on gaming. I always had followed competitive Call of Duty and stuff like that. But I think if you're going to be a competitive gamer, you have to really devote hours and hours of your time, right? And for me, I didn't have that time. Why I created an organisation? Just based on my life experience, what I do sort of day to day. I feel like I've got business skills which I could apply to something I enjoy as well. And why not? If I'm contributing to a scene and improving things, just passion.